Hi everyone, I am Anonymous Traveler from Intellectual Exercise. Today, I will share a breathing technique to absorb the invisible energy, prana, in the air in a large quantity. Prana is the same thing as alchemical sulphur. It is omnipresent universal energy or life force in the universe. You cannot see it, but without it, you will die. There are techniques to increase the intake amount of this invisible energy for your benefit. I will share one of such techniques today. Also, I will share one of the techniques to stop the energy draining by grounding our crazy inner monkey mind temporarily. And absorbing prana with breathing requires at least minimum level of breathing skills. So first, I will discuss the technique to ground the inner monkey mind temporarily first, because it is much easier and can be used as a warm-up exercise to be prepared to learn proper prana ingestion technique. Whether we realized it or not, our energy is continuously leaking. Yes, we spill our energy all over the places. If you have watched my previous videos, you will remember that there are endless streams of bubbles in our mind, and we are continuously jumping from one bubble to another frantically. And that drains a lot of our energy. And penetrating this process of endless jumping onto various bubbles is not only necessary for the penetration of a reality, but also for energy accumulation as well. This jumping process is something you can see for yourself when you practice insight meditation regularly. And the thing is, the strength of jumping action is not always the same. Time to time, it gets momentum and becomes even more frantic than usual. So, when your mind starts to jump all over the places frantically, there is a technique you can use. Is bringing your attention to a certain part of your body instead of your mind. Yes, bringing the attention to a certain part of the body is an age-old technique used by various spiritual seekers. It can be used as a technique to blow off steam when your mind starts jumping all over the places frantically. Also, if you are advanced in practice, you can use your breathing as a center of attention instead of specific area of your body. This technique I will share is good for everyday use for beginners and also good for advanced practitioners as well when they have to handle crazy outbursts of their mind quickly. For this technique, you need to find the part of your body that works best for grounding effect. We will use that particular part of your body as an anchor to bring down the jumping inner monkey mind onto the specific part of the body. That body part can be anywhere in your body, but that area of your body should have enough grounding effect. Let me describe this grounding effect. That part of your body should be able to draw enough of your attention or your inner monkey mind to your body. So you need to experiment to find out which body part has the biggest grounding effect. But what I personally suggest here is using your abdomen as this point of focus. Even people who do shallow breathing, their abdomen is still rising and falling to some degree during the breathing process. It is the easiest and the most effective one for most people, so I will explain this technique based on abdomen. First, rub your hands for 30 seconds and generate enough heat in your hands. Then bring your now warm hands to your abdomen. This is symbolization of putting fuel into the fire of alchemical calcination. And imagine your abdomen and the hands as your anchor to bring down jumping inner monkey mind. By the way, skip the hand rubbing step if you are not alone, because you don't want to draw attention from other people. Next, gently lay your hands on the surface of your abdomen. Now feel the movement of your abdomen with your hands. Focus your attention on the movement of your abdomen. Now you need to go into deeper breathing. Gently push your hands to the back of your abdomen while exhaling. Your abdomen should be sucked in as much as you can comfortably. Then hold your breath for as long as you can comfortably. When it gets uncomfortable, start inhale all the way until your abdomen becomes like a balloon. Then, when your abdomen became full, again, hold your breathing process for as long as you can comfortably. When it gets uncomfortable, start exhale process all over again. This technique is a good tool to put a stop on your mind when you start jumping all over the places by simply bring your attention to a certain point of your body. So use this technique whenever your mind becomes out of control. Repeated use of this technique can strengthen its effect, and you can use it as a personal anchor. Now, let's move on to the second technique. In order to use this second technique, you need to observe your breathing pattern first. Everyone has different breathing pattern. For example, some people breathe in for 3 seconds and then exhale for 3 seconds, while some people do that for 6 seconds per each. At first, you need to observe your normal duration of inhaling and exhaling. Let's say you normally inhale for 5 seconds and exhale for 5 seconds. Then, when you do this technique, you add 5 seconds of non-breathing time between inhaling and exhaling. Yes, You need to hold off your breathing for 5 seconds between inhaling and exhaling. So you have a cycle of 5 seconds of inhaling and 5 seconds of non-breathing and 5 seconds of exhaling and 5 seconds of non-breathing. After you become comfortable with this cycle, then add 1 second to inhaling and add 3 seconds to exhaling. Now, you have a new cycle of 6 seconds of inhaling and 5 seconds of non-breathing and 8 seconds of exhaling and 5 seconds of non-breathing. Practice this until you get comfortable with it. Then add another 1 second to inhaling and add another 3 seconds to exhaling. Keep the same duration of 5 seconds for non-breathing. Now you have a new cycle of 7 seconds of inhaling and 5 seconds of non-breathing and 11 seconds of exhaling and 5 seconds of non-breathing. Practice this until you get comfortable with it. Then add another 1 second to inhaling and add 3 seconds to exhaling. You repeat this process of adding 1 second to inhaling and 3 seconds to exhaling until it gets too uncomfortable to continue. Let's say you hit the wall with the cycle of 8 seconds of inhaling and 5 seconds of non-breathing and 14 seconds of exhaling and 5 seconds of non-breathing. Then do not increase the inhaling and exhaling time. Instead, now increase the time of non-breathing. You have been using 5 seconds of non-breathing time between each inhaling and exhaling. Now, experiment with that non-breathing time and find out how much you can increase it before it gets too uncomfortable. Let's say you can hold your breath for 15 seconds without too much discomfort. Then, now you have a new cycle of 8 seconds of inhaling and 15 seconds of non-breathing and 14 seconds of exhaling and 15 seconds of non-breathing. And this is your own unique cycle for using the second technique. As you probably wonder by now, with this cycle, your exhaling time is much longer than your inhaling time. You are exhaling much deeper and longer than your normal breathing pattern during this exercise. When you inhale that deep and powerful, your body craves inhaling with the same duration, but now you are deliberately limit that natural urge. Ignoring your body's urge to inhale longer, you are now holding off breathing for another 15 seconds with this cycle. Since your body is prohibited from inhaling air like it normally does, during this time of non-breathing, your body is ready to absorb another form of energy than air. Now, you are ready to use your body's natural instinct for your benefit. Now imagine yourself turning into a human vacuum cleaner. And then imagine you are sucking in all the energy around you. The trick is you have to do it without breathing. If you can nail this down, you can absorb the invisible energy, prana, in large quantity during those 15 seconds of non-breathing time. And more you practice, the better the outcome. When you intake a large amount of prana, you will know it right away. It's very powerful energy, and you will feel it immediately. Thanks for listening, and all the best.